Hi guys, it's me Charuta and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to film a very different video and I am going to talk about why so many cases are still increasing in the US, and I also have this little list that I made that have all the facts. So I just want to state that these opinions are my personal opinions and you are free to disagree with that. So let's get started. I think the first reason the cases are increasing in the US is the delusion, because people don't actually think that coronavirus or COVID-19 is a pandemic that is actually lethal and can kill people. The fact that most of the people are thinking that the coronavirus is well under control and the US is flattening the curve, which is certainly not the case. If we look at the statistics and the graphs, we can see that all the countries that had exponential surge, the cases have gone down and they have actually flattened their curve, whereas in US the cases started to go down around late May and early June, and now they have started increasing exponentially again. And a day ago US set a new record of crossing like 50,000 cases in a day, and the explosion of the cases started in the states that are in the south and west, and it happened mainly because of the Memorial Weekend and people went to the beaches to have parties without like practicing any social distancing or wearing any masks, and after that cases have started to increase. The people that are mainly affected are younger people, so they feel like they would just get well, they won't really die. Also, a lot of states are protesting against wearing face coverings in public because they feel like it is a hindrance to their rights and their freedom, and they have connected this whole scenario to God, that God has given them the freedom to breathe, and why would you actually take that? And that happened in Palm Beach recently. I think the problem with this scenario is the mentality of people and the not believing in science and what the numbers are. Also, the other part that I want to talk about is that the focus on the wrong things. US is former epicenters like New York and New Jersey and Massachusetts have seen a decrease in cases. Stupidity of people needs to be talked about. I live in an apartment complex and literally no one here is practicing social distancing. I don't think they believe in it. I don't think they believe that they can get sick. I see a lot of people in group of at least 20 to 30 people in the parking lot without wearing any masks, playing cricket and going to each other's house, having parties. So yeah, that's that. People need to believe the fact that if the things are being opened, it does not mean that the pandemic is over. It only means that the government does not have money to sustain their businesses or the internal workings. Without the cash flow and the economy is going down, that is the only reason the things and the places are opening up. This is my favorite part. The news that people are getting off Facebook or any of the social media platforms is definitely not something that you should believe in. If you're interested in knowing and educating yourself about the pandemic and the virus, please go to the sources that are actually legitimate. Go to places like NCBI and PubMed, read the research that has been coming in instead of believing anything and everything that you see on Facebook. I know conspiracy theories are very interesting. I'm also a big fan of conspiracy theories, but I think this is the time to believe in science, because why would people create fake news or a fake virus to control people? Finally, people thinking that even if they get sick, they won't die. I agree that not a lot of people who get the virus die, but you need to understand, if you get sick and if you get symptoms that are not mild, you would have to get hospitalized, which means you would have to pay your medical bills. So even if you do not die, you'll have a huge medical debt, and with people getting fired, with economy going into recession and people not having enough money to sustain their normal lifestyle, how are you like thinking of paying your hospital bills when adult patients who do not have COVID-19 are getting shifted to children's hospitals because the hospitals do not have enough beds to treat COVID patients. So yeah, that is something that you should also keep in mind, and you need to understand that the virus does not move on its own. The virus does not have the capability to get transported from one place to another magically. It only happens through humans. So people saying that wearing a mask does not stop the virus, people saying that wearing a mask is not the God's way, or people saying that wearing a mask is just a strategy to create fear in the mind of people, and people saying that things need to breathe. I don't think these are valid like opinions, and quite frankly they just make me laugh. This is the time to believe in science and do what you can to stop the transmission. Even if you get the virus and you do not get the symptoms, you are an asymptomatic patient, you can give the virus to other people, and when you give it to other people, they might not have the immunity that you have. They might have to get hospitalized, and you don't know what their financial situation is, you don't know if they have any underlying issues, and you might be responsible for death of a person even without knowing it. So that is something that you should keep in mind and have that compassion when it comes to the whole situation. To be honest, the only best thing that the US has done against coronavirus is aggressively blame China. That is the best strategy that they had, which does not work anymore because you need to get the cases under control, which is certainly not happening. And saying statements like the increase in cases is due to the increased testing, if you like lower the number of testing, the cases would go down, is definitely not a solution to this whole scenario. Giving suggestions like killing the virus using UV rays or injecting disinfectant into a human's body is just plain scary. It's time that we listen to the scientists, the researchers and the doctors, and have been working in this field for the longest time. That is all I wanted to talk about. I would also be linking a few articles and a few videos that you can watch in case you want to educate yourself, and in case you do not agree with my views, it is totally fine because I'm just stating my personal opinions. So yeah, that is it for this video. I will see you in my next video on Monday. I just wanted to like film this impromptu video to just express my opinion, and that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.